Hello, friends. Welcome to this review of the Qualifier 1 on the Kumbi-Gikku Show in Gikkudiaries YouTube channel. With me to discuss the preview of Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans Eliminator later this evening, and also the match that happened last night, which did not last more than 25 overs in all. K. Srinath, the former player and now the BCCI umpire, is here to give his insights into what went wrong with Punjab Kings, or rather, what all went right with Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Good morning, Sri, and welcome to this latest episode of the Kumbi-Gikku Show. How happy are you that RCB have convincingly, or should I say, just sailed into the final at one shot?
Morning, Jacob. More than being happy, I think I'm really glad to see that the team that's played a different brand of cricket and played consistently over the last 8 weeks. I think they have cantered home, is what I can say. I mean, yeah, really nice to see 17 years of toil and not having got to lay their hands on the cup, though they've been a part of the IPL finals 3 times before this. This is the 4th time they've made it to the finals. And they've made it to the playoffs 5 out of 6 times in the last 6 seasons. So that's a testimony to the consistency that they have shown. Yes, very happy. So 3-4 days of good break for RCB to regenerate and set the sight on the coveted trophy on the 3rd of June at the Narendra Modi Stadium.
Punjab Kings captain Suyash Sharma said at the toss that the team batting first was winning more often at this particular new Chandigarh stadium. But then his batsman, nor Shreyas Iyer himself, put enough runs on the board to just walk the talk. So how good were RCB bowlers? And it seemed like almost everyone except Krishnan Pandya, who came to bowl, took a wicket, at least with Josh Hazlewood, the man back in action, 3 wickets. And Suyash Sharma, the leg spinner, continuing to impress with every passing game. And deservingly, he was man of the match for his 3 wickets. And those 3 wickets that he took came off only his first 9 deliveries. So that just defeated Punjab Kings totally.
Well, if I can say, we discussed saying that looking forward to an exciting game, and to be honest, it was a fabulous deck that was doled out yesterday for the game. There was good carry, good bounce, and the ball did not hold on to the pitch. As I mentioned yesterday, Jiko, the team that has got the experience of being in the playoffs a more number of times, I think the experience of Virat Kohli and Hazlewood, mind you, whenever he's been a part of any world event in the final or when he's turned out for Sydney in the Big Bash, he's always finished on the winning side of the podium. So the experience and the calmness of these two guys would have certainly helped RCB in a big way. Whereas you look at the flip side of it, maybe they didn't have the rich experience of either an Indian or a foreign cricketer in the Punjab camp who could provide that sort of calmness there. I think even Shreyas Iyer, though he said that they were happy batting, but the inkling was he also wanted to have a bowl first. And as I said yesterday in one of the shows, I was mentioning saying that what is Josh Hazlewood's coming back to Bengaluru, RCB? I said it is equivalent to what Bumrah made to Mumbai Indians. I think he proved his mettle. And I think Punjab were blown away. They were clueless. More so, their shot selection was pathetic. I mean, the sort of dismissals, though there were some good balls bowled, they got beaten of it. And the way they started, though they lost Priyansh Arya at the top quite early, Prav Simran got off to a flyer. But the shot selections were very poor. End of it, if they sit back and reflect upon it, hardly did they get out to any good ball. And you lose half your side for less than 60 in under 10 overs. I mean, the writing was on the wall. As I said, they got blown away basically by pressure and the aura of the qualifier. It's a very quick turnaround for them. Hardly 24 hours, they would already be on a plane now to Ahmedabad to resurrect, go back to the drawing board, because these are the same set of batters who have delivered for them. In excess of 400 runs are their opening batters. Shreyas Iyer has been in fine form. English has done reasonably well. the duo of Shashank and Vadera plus Marcus Stoinis. But when you're top six, only one or two of them get to double figures. That shows where you stand. Coming to RCB, I think they learnt a lesson from the last game. They leaked runs on the field with wayward bowling. Execution was poor. Their fielding was not up to the mark. Yesterday, their bowling, their fielding just matched it. The sort of show they put up on the park in the first half, 15 overs. I think it was just a walk in the park. They just cantered through with 10 overs to spare. I mean, it was a damn squib. Certainly not expecting a qualifier one with two gun sights, fighting it out. And we discussed at elaborate length yesterday about five uncapped Indian players making a mark, and how Punjab has turned out as a unit. I think it was pretty disappointing, not only as a viewer, but all those Punjab fans who were there. Added advantage was it was their home ground, and they certainly could just not capitalize on any of it yesterday.
Can you speak more about Suyash Sharma and how he has matured in this league, and how have he been? If you have watched umpired any of his matches at the domestic level?
I've not seen him in domestic Gikku, but I've been following him in this IPL. In fact, in one of the shows, a former Indian captain, the great Anil Kumble, was talking about why he could be a bit erratic with his line and length. Because at the time of delivery, he said he's falling off and his head is looking somewhere and he's not typically looking at the batter. But with all those things, somewhere on similar lines to what Paul Adams used to be for South Africa. So, but yesterday in his interview, he said the coaches have been asking me to, bowl more at the stumps, try to hit the stumps. And I think his googlies came off really well yesterday. And wrist spinners always, they are somebody who are like a double-edged sword. They could go for runs. At the same time, they could fetch you wickets. I think his tail would be up. He would be full of confidence when he's going to walk out there on the third in the final. A clinical and a professional performance, I would say. You just can't find a single chink in the armory of RCB yesterday. Maybe, if I could point out one, it could be per se in terms of team selection. If they had at all decided to play Tushara ahead of Liam Livingston, I think 101 also would have been a distant dream for Punjab, because the sort of bounce and the slingy action Tushara has, he would have been more than a handful. Otherwise, I would say out of 10, I think I would say 9.9 was what RCB was yesterday.
And when Punjab Kings lost half their side for only 50 runs, and they had to bring in somebody who has not played in this entire league so far. You bring in Mushir Khan as an impact sub, and who was just not there without any match practice adequate. Okay, he may be practicing in the nets, he may be batting well, but then Mushir Khan and his choice as an impact sub, they didn't have anybody else. But he was also a disappointment, considering the talent he has and the kind of runs he has made in domestic cricket for Mumbai.
I feel sad for Mushir, because I've watched this boy's career as a youngster. He's grown, he's done well for the India under-19 side, he's done extremely well for the Mumbai senior team. I mean, it was clueless. I think when they lost half the side, either the thinking hat of Ponting or Shreyas Iyer went for a toss. You just blood in a youngster, as you mentioned correctly, he's not got any game time in the middle. So you can practice, you can have a hit in the net, you can have an open net, you can do simulations. But there, the fear of getting out and getting back into that doesn't exist. So here, when he came in at that precarious situation, there was nothing much he could have done. So when your top 5 or 6 have not delivered, now what is it that you expect from a guy who's making, you know, his way through into his first game, that was an impact sub, in such a situation? I feel very sorry for Mushir, but it's not the end of it. We certainly are going to see a lot of him in the future. He's a very bright talent, just not a good batter, extremely good fielder, and he's also a very handy left arm spinner.
This big defeat for Punjab Kings, is there anything positive that they can take from this? Maybe the wicket maiden by Kylie Jameson, whose first over went for about only 5 or 6 runs. Second over of his was a wicket maiden, but then he was all over in his third over, going for runs aplenty, about 20 or 21 in his third over. Any positive at all for PBKS that they can go take and go into the qualifier too?
Absolutely nothing. I think they just need to forget this game like it's a bad dream. That was one of the evenings where it was a horror movie for them. failing to bat out 20 overs on a good batting deck, and coming out on the park without any clue, and getting smashed all over the park, and the game getting over in 10 overs. There's nothing for them to take away. As I said, just forget it as a horror dream. Very less time for them to regroup as a unit. Yes, they are capable of bouncing back because they're going to encounter different conditions when they play in Ahmedabad. You certainly will not find such a wicket that was laid out yesterday. But they were pretty apprehensive about the sort of pitch they played on in the post presser. I mean, it wasn't a pitch wherein, it was 100 or 121. I think 150, 160 would have been really a terrific target to, put up on board. So I think they lost it at the toss. And as I said earlier, it was pressure, it was aura, and lack of experience of cricketers in their side who've been part of big games in world events or an IPL. I think that was which hurt Punjab the most.
But still, not everything is lost for Punjab Kings, as they have one more chance to make it to the final when they take on the winners of today's Eliminator, Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans in Ahmedabad on Sunday. So, talking about today's Eliminator, Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans, who has the upper hand?
Again, my heart goes out to Mumbai because this is a side which always has started slow in the IPL, made it through the back door, got into the playoffs, and mind you, they are another franchisee which have 5 titles like CSK. And people like Rohit Sharma, people like Surya Kumar Yadav, people like Trent Bolt, or maybe Hardik Pandya, and now the latest addition of Johnny Bairstow, another season campaigner. I think these are guys who can provide you that sort of experience, the calmness they can bring to the table. Though GT have been part of 2 finals, they won the IPL when they made their entry into the IPL as a new franchisee. Now, the momentum lost. Their bad loss to CSK in the final game would have certainly hurt them. And in fact, Shubman Gill has gone on record saying that really hurt them badly. Now, again, it will all boil down to just not about execution of your set skills or holding your forte. It's about the experience, it's about the pressure that's going to be handled. So, to me, again, I go with Mumbai 55-45.
And Gujarat Titans, their top 3 have been scoring heavily for them. And we have seen Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill being the best opening partners of this IPL. And following at number 3 was Josh Butler, who has also been scoring heavily. But how much of Butler's absence from the playoffs will hurt Gujarat Titans?
Not only Butler, and in the middle order, I think they're going to lose out on Rutherford also, who's on national duty for the West Indies in England. Butler again, a season campaigner, captain of England white ball cricket team. He led the Rajasthan Royals. He's been part of IPL for such a long time, and he's been part of white ball winning teams with England. Chiku, it's all about knowing how to play these big moments. So again, when you talk about experience currently with the Gujarat Titans team, though Shubman Gill was a part of the team when they won the IPL, also Sai Sudarshan, they are still pretty young at this stage. So it's a big shoes to fill, especially of Josh Butler. But it's an opportunity that comes up for somebody like Shah Rukh Khan and Rahul Tewatia, the 2 Indian finishers in the middle for Gujarat Titans, who've not had much to do in this tournament so far, because as you mentioned, it's been the top 3 or 4 which has done the bulk of scoring for Gujarat. So it's an opportunity, and you never know. Somebody like a Shah Rukh or Tewatia might put up their hand today and come to the party. And it's about the momentum from here on, because it's not going to be easy, and the pressure will certainly play a big part, because this is a effectively knockout quarterfinal for both the teams. So the team which wins the game today will end up playing the Qualifier 2, which will be a semi-final on the 1st of June. Yes, big dent and big blow for them, morally as well as up the order at number 3. But yes, opportunity, as I said, for people like Shah Rukh and Rahul Tewatia.
And both the Shah Rukh and Rahul Tewatia can hit big, just like how Sharfin Rutherford could hit 6s at will, clearing the stands by a mile. How about the head-to-head record? Will that matter at all? Gujarat Titans winning 5 against Mumbai Indians in 7 matches played between the two teams, and also in this league, 2025, both the matches that they have played, one in Ahmedabad and one in Mumbai, Mumbai Indians have lost both of them. So, would that matter at all? Would it play in the back of the minds of the Mumbai Indians think tank?
Certainly not, Jiko. They've seen it all in this last 17 editions, and for a viewer and for a cricket buff, uh, because cricket is a number game, we statistically discuss about head to head and how many games the team has won against the opponent. Yes, till you qualify for the top four, it's all about numbers. Once you get there, it's about the game on that particular evening. It's about the 3 hours of intense cricket you play. Certainly, it would not be weighing down in any which way, and Mumbai would not even be discussing about this in the team meetings because you've got a multiple World Cup winner in Rohit Sharma. You've got a skipper of the T20 side in Surya Kumar Yadav. As I mentioned, experience of Trent Bolt, Mitchell Santner, who's the captain of New Zealand. I think they've got a lot of cool heads and experienced people there. And they know what it takes to get out on the park there, just not plan, execute how well. So I think this is just a statistical number which is played out on the graphic before the start of the game. When there's discussion happening before the toss, head to head, this is what it is. But I don't think in any which way it's going to, bother Mumbai Indians at all.
And you just mentioned about, among others, Surya Kumar Yadav, who has not scored less than 25 runs in this entire IPL 2025. 14 innings, 14, 25 plus scores. How crucial is he at number 4 or number 3 whenever he comes? Last match, I think he came at number 3 or better. Otherwise, he has been batting largely at number 4. How crucial is he going to be in today's eliminator?
To me, it's a matchup of the MI bowling versus the top heavy batting of Gujarat. That's how I look at it. Also, there is news that Deepak Chahar is highly unlikely. He's got a niggle on his knee, which would not be possible for him to take the field. Also, there's news about the injury to Tilak Verma. And yes, Mumbai is lost out on Will Jacks, who's done extremely well both with the ball and with the bat at the top order. And Rickleton has been a dasher at the top. They certainly would be missing these two players big time. But at the top, who else do you want as a replacement? Johnny Bairstow. He's seen it all. And he can bludgeon the ball, and the combination of Rohit and Bairstow can really be devastating. Yes, always Surya Kumar Yadav, because he's like a floater. He bats at 3, he bats at 4, he bats at 5. Whenever he bats at 4 or 5, mind you, when the field is spread, the ball just becomes a tad softer. It requires that much more power and skill for you to, maneuver the gaps or clear the ropes, which Surya is a master at. Yes, he's going to be the mainstay and fulcrum of the MI team, uh, depending on whether they're chasing or batting first. Yes, Sky is going to be the watch out player for Mumbai, and he'll be the key.
You spoke about Gujarat Titans top order versus Mumbai Indians bowlers, but the other way, looking at it, Gujarat Titans bowlers with the likes of Mohammad Siraj, Prasiddha Krishna, and of course Rashid Khan against Mumbai Indians batsmen, including Rohit Sharma, who has had a mixed IPL this season. How do you look at those matchups, GT bowlers versus MI top order?
Extremely happy for my own state boy. Prasid has done extremely well, and his confidence is sky high. And he's one of the contender for the purple caps. I think Siraj in the last couple of games has just gone down a bit. He's gone for runs and known for picking up wickets early. He's not been able to do that. Sai Kishore has been in brilliant form. He's varied his pace. He's used his height to extract bounce, and he's bowled extremely well. But overall, a big disappointment for me and for GT would be Rashid Khan. He's somebody who's not known to be a restrictive bowler. You know, for no reason is he the number one cricketer as far as T20 cricket goes across the world. He plays franchisee cricket across the world, and he's one of the best T20 bowlers. But he's still not come to the party. That's a bit of worry because his economy is almost close to 10 this year, which normally you don't relate or associate with somebody like Rashid Khan. Will this be the night or evening for Rashid Khan to come to the party? Yes, having said that, More than handful will be Siraj and Prasid against the likes of Rohit and Johnny Bairstow. But to me, the tilt would be the expertise of somebody like a Bolt who bowls left arm and Bumrah's crafty bowling against the opening batters of Gujarat Titans. Yes, both of them are equally good bowling sides, but Gujarat is that much more top heavy rather than Mumbai. Mumbai can bat deep. They've got the versatility of somebody like Hardik Pandya who can finish off the game for you. Yes, both sides. It's must watch new ball bowlers against the opening batters of both sides.
Right. So on that note, we come to the end of this episode where we reviewed last night's PBKS heavy defeat to Royal Challengers Bangalore, and also looking ahead to Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans, where I'm also with Sri in saying that Mumbai Indians have the edge over Gujarat Titans with their team composition and the way they have performed, coming back from 4 defeats in their first 5 games and then having that unbeaten or a winning streak of 6 matches in between before the last league matches. Before signing off, Sri, just maybe Punjab Kings can take confidence from the fact that only twice before have team that has lost in the qualifier 1 have gone on to win the title, and they can learn lessons from Mumbai Indians who have done it twice. So on that note, thank you very much, Sri, for your... Go ahead.
You can always take a leaf out of any franchisee of any cricketer's book, Jiku. But end of the day, it's about delivering and executing what you need to do on the field. Anyway, all is not lost, as you said, for Punjab. They can still come back and play the semi-final on the 1st. But again, before we sign off, I say you certainly need to have been there before, need to know how it needs to handle pressure. Technique, how to bowl, how to bat, how to field can be taught by your support staff. But how to handle pressure in big situations is something that is not taught overtly in any place. So that is the one reason on paper, both sides look very closely matched. Momentum, yes, though a little bit of momentum lost for GT, that is something that is very important. But as I said, pressure handling and to know what it takes to win is what is the key tonight. I would not say it's going to be a cracker of the game. Let's hope it doesn't turn out to be a damn squib like what it was last night.
Right. So it's not for nothing they say that experience matters a lot. So on that note, thanks very much, Sri, and have a good day. And hopefully, like you said, it's not a damn squib. See you again tomorrow with the review of tonight's match. Take care. Have a good day. Thanks, viewers. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jiko. Stay safe.
Thank you.